Two. Hey there, Tutu fam. My name is John Lorenzo, owner at Tutu Creative, and this is another episode of Startup Stories. Startup Stories is all about inspiring other people to go ahead and launch their startup by sharing the stories of our clients and people in our network. Today, I have my very good friend, Mr. Devin Dinofa. He is the owner and founder of Harvest Performance Coaching. Dev, nice to meet you today. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, my friend. You are a natural at this, outside of the phenomenal job you do with your business, which, by the way, John made these nice branded shirts here. You have a future career in television, my friend, so keep up.
Thanks, brother. So, Dev, real quick, tell everybody how they can follow you and connect with you.
All right. So, for the most part, simply you can go follow me on Facebook, Devin Dinofa, Devin. Last name Dinofa. You can do that same thing for Instagram, but also for my performance coaching company, you can follow Harvest_performance_coaching. And then I have a big real estate company too called TCS New Jersey, spelled out. So you can follow that on Facebook and on Instagram too.
Definitely. And we'll put all those links in the caption. But let's get this show on the road. Dev, you are a man of just pure drive and hustle. You are absolutely relentless. So I'm really excited for you to share your startup stories because you are now on your second or third business now, right, Dev?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's get started. What is your startup story?
Yeah. So we'll just go into the Harvest, right? Because I know we're trying to keep it at a good time. Well, for the most part, my company's Harvest Performance Coaching, and what I am is a performance coach for mostly business professionals. And what I like to say is I'm your Tim Grover to your Michael Jordan, right? Because a lot of times people in their mind, they get in their ego, right? And they're, well, why do I need a coach? I got this far, without a coach. Meanwhile, there's probably 100 more levels further than where they're at right now. But what happens is a lot of times people overvalue where they're at right now and undervalue where they could go if they had the right coach pushing them and coaching them and really working with them to get them to new levels, not just in business, but in their personal life mindset and health too. So I've always done one-on-one coaching, and I've been doing that through real estate, but then I took it to the next level to work with Dave Meltzer, who's one of the top executive coaches in the country. And then I've worked with him for a long time. So he certified me as a business coach with him. Then on top of that, I took it the next step and went through high performance certification coaching, where I was invited to do that with Brendan Burchard, who's Forbes' top high performance coach in the world, just to continue to master my craft so I can deliver and help people the best way I possibly can. So the reason why Harvest Coaching Community came out was because a lot of people reach out to me for coaching. It's just one-on-one coaching is a big investment. And coaching is foreign to a lot of business professionals. It just is. And when I share with them what it costs, I can't afford that. Meanwhile, they don't look at it as an investment. They look at it as a cost, right? So I was like, you know what? I still want to help people at a high level and help as many people as I can. So I started Harvest Performance Coaching Community, which then brought a much affordable coaching platform out to where I can serve now. It started in January. We're up to 100 members, and it's all referral based up to this point, which has been huge because it's working and we're really impacting lives. So that's how I kind of started the Harvest Performance Coaching Community. And I hope that kind of answers some of your questions there. I'm sure you're going to hit me.
Yeah, that's part of your startup story, man. I mean, you launched this thing pretty much in the peak of COVID, and 7 months later, we went from 0 to 100 members. And I'm a product of Harvest Performance Coaching Community, and I can tell you it's made a huge impact both in my personal life and in my professional life. It's held me accountable and surrounded me with other individuals, men and women, who just strive to be the best version of themselves or join our community because they're feeling a little bit lost. And the progress that I've seen a lot of our members make it's been incredible and just flat out inspiring. It keeps me wanting to push the needle every single day. So, before we move forward, Dad, I just want to thank you for creating a community that has been able to help so many in such a short amount of time. It's really incredible. If you haven't checked it out yet.
when you bring up like why do I do this, dude, hearing exactly what you just said fuels my fire. You know what I mean? Like that there's nothing better than I can hear than that. And that's what it's about. It's the community. And listen, we got a lot of, you include a lot of high achievers in this community that also understand to get to the next levels. Like, we have some of the one percenters of the world come on as guest speakers, and eventually we will get there.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we got to challenge ourselves. We got to know that there's more to my performance that I can unlock. And sometimes just being in a different environment, having different conversations will get you there. And I appreciate you even sharing that, man, because that's what makes this, so much fun to continue doing.
Well, you just knocked off one of our questions in this little interview series. What is your why?
Yep.
So thank you for that. And it's very true. You know that quote, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And I can tell you the friends that we've made in Harvest, our future is going to be very bright as a collective. We've got really a group of people, not just here in South Jersey and the Philadelphia area. We've got members all over the country, right, Devin?
Sir. Yep. Florida, Tennessee. I mean, all over the place. And it's going to continue to grow. So, and when you share about why, and I know you mentioned COVID, and that was important because, I felt like COVID did a lot mentally on a lot of people, me included. So it was like people lost their health, people were losing their mindset, people were struggling with business, people were struggling with relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, to form a community now at this time, a lot of people need it. You know what I mean?
It was the best and worst time to do it.
Yep.
It was the time when you've made such a huge impact in such a short amount of time when people needed it the most.
Yeah.
Deb, what would you say is your superpower?
I've that's something that, through my real estate career, through my entrepreneurial career of being, from a young age up into this point, man, I kind of I was talking to one of my one-on-one clients today, and they were talking about why that they chose to work with me versus a lot of different people. And, ultimately within that conversation, I was like, dude, you hit the nail on the head because listen, I just want to be and I said it, and it's just, I happened to say, because it popped up in my mind earlier today. I want to be your Tim Grover to your Michael Jordan. So my gift is getting the best out of people, not just in their business, but mentally, spiritually, physically, in their relationships, their best personal version of themselves, and then transitioning that into getting the best version of themselves for their businesses, for their family, and for their leadership, and for the communities. That's what I found my true passion is. And I get to do that through coaching the agents in my real estate business, my real estate company, and also through getting the opportunity to coach people in my communities and my one-on-one performance clients.
And to me, that superpower is leadership.
Yep.
That is your absolute superpower. You've been able to be a beacon of light in some dark times, and your leadership has really helped a lot of people pull through, and not just in Harvest, but also your real estate company. It's been thriving through COVID. Even before COVID, there was no stopping you, and that's just a testament to your leadership superpower, man.
Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. I appreciate you.
Deb, so this show is all about inspiring others to take that plunge and go start that startup that they've been dreaming about. What's one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who is thinking about launching their startup?
One, that there's never going to be the perfect time, the ideal situation. And that's what a program a lot of us are doing through the Harvest, through what I've learned is 75 hard. So there's never going to be the perfect time to do it. And always think about your version of yourself being 75 years old, sitting on that rocking chair on your porch and thinking about, man, if I could do this over again, what would I have done that I regret I did not do now? Like, what did I deep down want to do? No, except that it's going to be hard.
Yep.
That's everybody. It's not just you, but think about that older version of yourself and then realize, would I be happy with the decision I made then, or would I be in regret? And then just go all in and do whatever it takes. And by the way, immerse yourself in a community like the Harvest to keep pushing you, to keep helping you grow your business, to keep referring you, to keep those friendships and conversations going to make you successful.
It's a great tip. It's one of the two questions that I pretty much ask myself daily. One is, when I look back on my life and I'm old, I'm in a nursing home, am I going to be happy with the choices that I made? Am I going to have any regrets? And I just don't want to live like that. So, that's why we took the plunge of starting our company, starting another company in a few months here. I just don't want to live with regrets. And then the other question I always ask myself every day is, why not me?
Yeah.
Why not you? It can be you. And it takes a lot of practice of self-confidence and believing in yourself. But there is no great time. There's no perfect time to create your startup. So if you're thinking about launching that startup, do it. You will never be 100% ready. And I think us two are a huge testament to that. We weren't ready when we started our businesses, but here we are all these years later, and it's been a hell of a ride. Good times, bad times, but wouldn't trade it for the world, right, brother?
Part of the journey. That's what makes you want to go back and speak on it and motivate and inspire other people, sharing the war stories of what it took for you to get there. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. So
Awesome. And that poster behind you, give more, take less.
that's right.
Tell me
That's
about it.
the sauce. That's a secret sauce, man. Over deliver on everything. You know, our Harvest membership is $100 a month, but we give hundreds of thousands of dollars of value a week with my service. I try and always say that with the agents in my organization. That's my advice. Listen, over deliver, because at the end of the day, if you consistently give more, if you in your mind, for somebody that gives you $20, if you feel that you're giving them $100 in return, you're always going to win.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Devin. I really appreciate you taking the time today to be on our show and sharing your story. It's been an incredible ride, and I can't wait to see what the rest of our future holds together. Thanks, brother.
Likewise, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Talk to you.